You're live.
What's up, guys? I'm not on screen. I think you can see I've got TV Poke, Nightwing, and Kaiser here with me. They're going to be helping me out today with the overall, what is the word? Overview of the draft. I'm participating in the draft, so it's probably best I do not do the overview.
Alrighty, welcome everybody to
Welcome,
the
gamers. How we doing?
Very good people to
Arroh
help.
Draft League. Very excited to have you.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? How you doing? This is Arrow's ADL draft. He's a competitor, so he's not really gonna be in the voice chat until it's time for him to pick, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna basically show you along with this draft and what Arrow's trying to do with this season. Wow, and I see X Factor, PV Poke and Kaiser are the goats, and then there's Nightwing. What a
Wow.
jerk. All right.
It's almost like he's accurate or something. Weird.
Wow. So, before we take it away, I guess we should explain what this draft is. And how we do that is there's season overview. So
This is great.
Fantastic.
They can't hear Sean.
I just need to mind the rest of the stream.
hello. Wow. Okay.
Can they hear you now?
Not yet. I'm fucked it up.
What's up, Arrow? How you doing? Everything's going great here.
Hey, there's no sound.
Oh, no problems.
Okay, I'm heading back.
I straight up laughed so fucking hard my mic disconnected, so that's great.
The first rule of Arrow's Draft League is no voice allowed.
Right, of course.
If you make a peep, you're out.
You're eliminated. You're off the island. All right. So, Sean, can they? I hope they can hear you now, right? They can't hear you. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna read off the rules then. How about that? All right. Player requirements. Players must be present for the live draft on Sunday today at 3 p.m. EST. You know, that's a little fuzzy, and that date may every Sunday may change when we do the draft. Keep up to date with Arrow's Twitter in case he changes it. Players must record their matches and upload it to a Google Drive folder and share it with us so we can pick which matches are best, pick which matches we can showcase, stuff like that. Players must complete their battles by the deadline of the week, and players must submit their free agency drops or pickups only during the free agency window using the Google submission form. Rules of the tournament. They're gone. Matches consist of best of 3. Every competitor must play all 3 battles. If matches are not completed by the deadline, both competitors get a fat L, and you hate to see it, man. That's rough. Results will be counted once videos are reviewed, and for any disputes, staff members for the tournament, like myself, like Twasto, like big old Kakuna Matata over here, can make a decision, see if we can figure it out. But other than that, I think we have the rules and requirements covered. Mr. Production Manager, what is next?
I think we take a look at the draft board right now, and so we can see the initial order. We can maybe speculate a little bit what's going on.
Beautiful.
All right,
All
and
right.
there we go. And we can see that the first pick was given to Mardo. And yeah, Mardo, Arrow, Tho, Toshi, Milkman, Caleb, House Stark, and Speedy. And it isn't snake order, so Speedy will pick in the pick first in round 2.
Sean, can they hear you or no?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can hear me.
All right, great.
Imagine. But yeah, so guys, what do you think? What do we think the first pick's gonna be in this draft?
First pick has to be, I think, one of the new top 3 at GBL. So we're looking at Altaria, we're looking at Azumarill, we're looking at Galarian Stunfisk as most likely one of the top picks. Knowing Mardo, I'm not too familiar with his playstyle with his team. Maybe Matt knows a little bit more. Matt?
I can see Licky definitely going first.
Oh, it's first? Oh,
Almost
that makes
a
sense.
guarantee.
With running what moveset? Body Slam, Earthquake? Or Shadow Ball?
Either or. Could also be Shadow Ball, Earthquake. You never know.
Ooh, late
on your
game
toes.
closer would be nice.
I think he's picking Bassadon.
Oh, that'd be great, dude. Apparently Mardo
that.
hates Bastiodon, so
We gotta.
I think you're stupid as fuck right there for saying that, but
Yeah.
I think if anyone can snag Bastiodon, Shadow Victory Bell, it could be Speedy at the end of the line there.
oh, that would be terrifying. If just the grass hole line lines up perfectly with North America's continental champion, that would be Fall of a Giant right there.
Right. I can't picture a core that is more representative of a person than Speedy in the grass hole line. It's really
Yikes,
you guys
man.
are such haters with this grass.
Yeah,
hole
we're
line.
bad people. Whoa,
All right,
whoa.
you guys are such haters.
You need to understand the community despises you for using the grass hole line. And there's like 3 or 4 people out there that are like secretly do not like they're okay with grass hole line being run, and they're like, oh, I don't really want to say anything or I'll get executed in front of everyone. So, and I guess you're one of them. I don't know.
I am definitely indeed one of those people, and I wear that badge with honor.
Yeah, you're a bad person. Coming in again, we look at the line after Marta. We see Arrow picking, and Arrow and Milkman both running the Milkman created line with Dugong, Metacham, and shit. What's the third Pokemon, Matt?
Munchlax?
Munchlax. There you go.
What?
So I think both players might be trying to go for that something similar to that line, something similar to the core there. With if they can grab a Dugong, if they Arrow doesn't grab Dugong, I'm pretty sure Milkman will grab it as well. And so I think maybe trying to build a similar core to that 3 with their draft lines to run it into the ground against their opponent, probably their goal.
absolutely, yeah. There's only room enough for one Milkman line in this town, so maybe we'll see Cloyster and Snorlax as like a legit Milkman, a sour Milkman team.
Ooh, sour Milkman team. Wouldn't that be something? Again, looking at Tho Technical as one of the best players in Sylph as it stands today. I don't really know what we'd like to be grabbing from Tho in his first pick. If it's not Ludicolo, I don't know really what he's trying to put off here.
No idea. Honestly, though, but you know what? I think we've talked long enough. I think maybe it's time we start this up and let's get this draft going. So we know
Let's send it.
We have Mardo picking first. Let's go to the draft board now. Let's see what's going on. And I believe Mardo will be in the chat momentarily. So I guess that the
Mardo's actually here now.
Woohoo! So for Mardo, for round 1, pick 1 in the first ever ADL draft, what will be the mon that will be chosen?
My first pick will be Bastion.
Bastardon. Oh, all right.
Oh,
I'm picking
rumors were true.
So you're picking Bast? All right.
No. Azumarill.
All right.
Azumarill. All right.
Azumarill.
Much more reasonable by Mardo.
All right. So
The fast one on it.
Azumarill is the first pick. So now Arrow will be on a 60-second timer. And we are now we will now wait for Arrow to pick. Mardo, thank you for your pick. We'll see you again in next round.
All right.
All right, I wonder what's Arrow gonna pick. So I mean, I kind of hate the first couple rounds of the draft because we all know what's gonna get picked. It's always the same things.
Right. The first round is going to be all the big meta staples probably,
Yup.
and then round two will be where it gets pretty interesting as people start to try and form team cores and counter pick each other.
All right.
Arrow, welcome in, buddy.
And I think Arrow might be ready for his pick. So I guess, Arrow, for the second pick in the first ever ADL draft, what will be the mon that goes?
Galarian Stunfisk.
Galarian
Oh,
Stunfisk.
what a champion!
Wow, yeah, these first couple rounds,
Wow.
they're gonna
Okay.
move so fast. Can't even. It's not even fair.
Not even fair, really.
Yeah.
I think we're perfect. I think the very basic BBML material will be picked here first.
And so Arrow picks Stunfisk, so I know the next one is Tho. So Tho will be joining the chat momentarily to announce his pick. But what do we think he's gonna pick?
I don't know if he seals it off with one of the big three with Altaria, or maybe running something a little bit more nerf like Registeel. It's still very good, but with the Flash Cannon Focus Blast nerf, we'll see if it's still at the top of his list. And Tho is actually in the chat right now. Tho!
Tho, are you here?
I'm here, yeah.
All right, so Tho,
Oh, beautiful.
the third pick in the first ever ADL draft. What will be the mon that's chosen?
It's gonna be Registeel.
I am shocked. I am shocked. And Kaiser,
I
we have some
know, I
audio
know.
issues on your mic, so hey.
Great. Oh, great.
Oh, but Tho, I am shocked.
Testing,
So
testing,
Azumarill, Stunfisk, and Registeel, the first three picks of this draft. Everyone, alert the presses. Breaking news. No one saw this coming.
This has never happened before in the
Never.
history of Pokemon Go PvP.
So Tho with
Never.
Registeel, and I believe next up will be Toshi, so we'll start the clock on him. He'll be moving in the chat momentarily. And so, I mean, what do we think he's gonna pick? I mean, this is what's left? Tropius, Altaria. I know Toshi tweeted about Altaria yesterday.
He's here.
Oh, Toshi shows up.
What's up?
All right, Toshi, fourth pick, first ever
Fourth
ADL
pick.
draft. The mon that's chosen is.
We are going to go with Swampert.
So
Ooh.
Toshi picks Swampert. Wow, that's a shocker. All the meta mons in the first four picks? Guys, the spiciness is crazy.
Why are you so
Shocking.
But no, but the next pick is Asian Milkman, so he should be joining the chat any second. And
Ooh.
he is known for his spice. He is known.
Dugong.
He's known. I mean,
Dugong.
do we really even need to let him pick? We could just probably do this automatically. We know. Oh,
No,
he's here.
no.
He's already here.
Yeah.
All right, so Milkman, fifth pick, first ever ADL draft goes to you.
I'm gonna be a little bit controversial. Choose a little off meta.
Oh,
Off meta for me, at least.
okay.
I think I can save Dugong in the second round.
No,
so
you
that
can't.
means I
Dugong's as good as gone now.
Yep.
I will pick Skarmory for the first round.
Skarmory.
Okay.
All right. I mean, again, spicy. All right. Yeah. PV poke. I think that we look at the top 5 mons that are picked right here. They're all in like the first 10 picks of Great League rankings, right?
I mean, Skarmory is just a super niche pick. A lot of opponents haven't played it before. They might not know how to handle it. It'll be a real curveball, I think.
I mean, we really haven't been shocked for anything that's been picked here. I know Caleb Peng is up next, so he'll be hopping in the chat momentarily. And maybe he can throw some spice. Maybe he can throw some interesting in this first round here.
Maybe his Skarmory line is gone now, so
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think we're gonna have to see some last resorts here.
I'll pick Deoxys this time.
Oh, he's here, and Caleb picks Deoxys for the 6th pick in the first round. Interesting. Thank you, Caleb.
Oh, thank you.
And so Caleb with Deoxys defense. So this has been a very, very diverse first round. The next pick up will be Stark, and I know he'll be hopping in the chat any minute now. But what do we think he's gonna pick? Stark can do some spice. Anyway.
How Stark?
Yeah.
It sounds like he's in here. I'm waiting for Alex to give us some info.
Oh, Stark is in the chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Stark, make us proud.
Oh man, it's a toss-up right now between two Pokemon.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want to label both your Pokemon so Speedy knows what to pick next?
That's funny. No. I think I'm gonna go Altaria. It's gotta be Altaria.
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 Yeah, we're really picking the spice here in the first round. No one saw these coming. So Hal Stark picking Altaria, so now we have Speedy, and Speedy's in a very, very rare opportunity to pick 2 right in a row, back to back. Let's see what he does.
Dugong Medicham.
Oh, if he picks Dugong Medicham, that'd be amazing.
I'm so happy.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
You can get his Metacore right away. It's going to be interesting to see.
So now we're just waiting for Speedy to hop in whenever he's ready so he can pick. And when that happens, he is here. So Speedy, last pick, round 1. How do you feel?
Feeling pretty good. Guys, thank you so much for putting this together, and thank you everybody for watching. I'm really excited to get wrecked. This is going to be crazy.
Whoa.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
All right, Speedy, last pick, round 1. What's it going to be?
All right, let's lock it in with my little buddy Medicham.
Medicham.
Oh, please.
Baby.
Right.
Oh, baby. And Speedy, you also have the honor of the first pick for round 2. Please ruin 2 people's days right now, Speedy.
Please.
Please.
I'm getting a lot of pressure to pick Dugong, but I don't know if that's the.
It's the play, Speedy. The fans want to see it. Ruin Arrow and Milkman's dreams right here.
Please. Oh, I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna have to go Umbreon.
So Speedy goes Medicham and Umbreon, leaving Dugong on the field. I think that's a dangerous, dangerous choice, Speedy. I hope it works well for you.
Thank you, guys. See you in the next round.
Yes. So now that Speedy's pick, we're going back to House Stark, and I'm sure he's going to surprise us with some epic spice picks.
Here I'm going with the Shadow. No. I think a really good pair with Altaria is actually Meganium.
Meganium.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going with the Grass Boy.
So Stark throws in Meganium for his second round. That's very nice, safe, very spicy pick. Some people might never say. Maybe Caleb Penn can make this draft a little bit more exciting because he's up next. But so far, nothing.
So far, nothing wild.
Yeah, this is. I feel like we're not really gonna get the crazy kind of picks until we get to round 3. But Caleb Peng has just entered the chat. Caleb, you there?
Yep.
Round 2. Let's see.
I'm going to go with Lapras.
Lapras.
Beautiful.
All right. Again, very interesting. Very reliable pick. Thanks, Caleb. We'll see you in the next round.
No problem. Thank you.
Caleb picking Lapras, that means Asia Milkman's left. So he'll be joining the chat any moment now. And I think if we don't Arrow, Kaiser, you already know. You just put it in. He doesn't even need to speak.
Yeah, just come on. It starts with a D. It starts with a D, ends with an ong. You know what it is.
So, you want Dong?
Dong. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. You know what it is. Little ice boy.
So Milkman comes in here surprising absolutely no one with Dugong, and that means Toshi is up next. So he'll be joining the chat momentarily, and again, this has been just a roller coaster, guys, of excitement. Oh, Toshi, we need you to bring in the spice.
I am taking Shiftry.
You know what?
Respectful.
Definitely a little bit more spice than what's been picked so far.
I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, I like that pick. So with Toshi picking Shiftry, that means Tho is up for his round 2 pick. So he'll be joining the chat any moment now. We'll see. What do we think Tho's going to pick? The spice from Europe.
Something to eat as maybe a counter to Registeel or something to really cover it well. Might be a Toxie or Mudboy pick.
Toxie or Mudboy. All right, well, Tho, I believe you just entered the chat, man. You are the second round. Let's see where we're going.
Sableye.
Wow.
Sableye.
Nice. Yeah, but still, we're in the meta. Thank you, Tho. I'll see you again in the next round. And with Tho picking Sableye, that means we're going back to the beginning with Arrow, and then Mardo is on deck. So Arrow will be joining the chat momentarily now. And what do we think he's picking?
There he is.
What do we think? Do we think Munchlax is going?
I can't see him picking Munchlax and bring already two Mons with the same weakness of counter user. I just can't see him doing it.
But we know that if he doesn't pick Munchlax in the next couple rounds, it's gone. There are people out to get Arrow right now. Like, that's it.
Well, Arrow's, we're coming to the end of the line with the snake draft. I think if Arrow forgoes Munchlax here, I'm pretty sure he can grab it in round 3.
Okay, all right, and I think Arrow is in the chat. So let's see what's going on, Arrow. How you doing today?
I have my pick. I'm ready.
All right, Arrow's ready. And for the round 2 pick for Arrow, what do we got?
Tropius.
So Arrow picks Tropius. What a shocker.
Nails it.
All right, and that means
fire. Very interesting.
Bananas.
Mardo will be up next. So as soon as Mardo's ready, he will join the chat, which he'll be doing in a second or two. But what do we think he picks? He's got again these first picks and last picks of drafts. You have you can pick a core. Like you have an ability to pick 2 Mons right back to back, and that is definitely something that's worth noting here.
Right. I think out of the many picks he has, I think Ferrothorn is probably one of his smarter picks to grab him in one of these 2 here, because it takes away one of the biggest counters to Zoomeril, as well as still having pretty good wall to possibly electric types or rock, maybe even steel types.
For sure, Ferrothorn is a pick here.
Yeah. All right. And Mardo, you're in the chat, correct?
Yes.
What's going on, man? So you have the honor of last round 2nd pick, first round 3rd pick. How are we gonna start this off?
My first pick is going to be Marowak.
Lola
Marowak.
Oh man, I was gonna give you regular for a second there.
For a second, I think. Yep. All right. So that's gonna take a second to be populated on the draft board. Because
no, it's all good.
We got it. All right. Cool.
Yeah. And then Mardo, whenever you want to give us your next pick, I'm thinking Matt. He can hear us. Whatever. I think he has to grab one of the grasses. So Ferrothorn, Venusaur, maybe even
Ferro for sure.
Definitely not. But
I'm going to AWAC Ferro is the whole GBL line right there.
Melmetal.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna get ignored real quick. All right, Mardo. Thank you for your picks, brother. Really appreciate it.
All right.
So with Mardo, that means Arrow is back as soon as he's ready. He's gonna hop in the chat in a minute now. But what do you got? Do you guys think we're gonna get some spice now? I think there's still a lot of the meta going on.
So much meta is still alive. I think you got to grab maybe a mud boy or something to counter the fire weakness that you have, which isn't a very common weakness. However, having a steel and a grass type, even with the Galarian stuff, having rock slide and earthquake, I think you still need some more solid fire coverage out there.
What about you, Matt?
Water type or maybe Toxie here.
All right, I think he goes for Munchlax. I don't know, but that's just because Arrow's so reliable. He loves that Munchlax. I don't think he lets it stay. So I believe Arrow will be hopping in the chat. Yeah, Arrow is here. So Arrow, round 3. What do we got?
Nightwing is correct. Munchie.
Oh, yo, someone clip him saying
Beautiful.
Nightwing is correct, please.
It's the first time you'll ever hear it. First and last time you'll ever hear it.
Nightwing is correct. So with Arrow taking Munchlax, surprising absolutely no one. No one.
I don't know about that, but okay.
So Phil will be next up in the draft, and he will be joining in the chat real soon. And what do we think he's gonna pick? I kind of want him to pick Ludicolo. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love when the people use the mons that they're known for, and I want Ludicolo to see some action in this. And with Tho here, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Well, Nightwing, I'm not going to pick a mon I'm known for using. I'm going to pick a mon Arrow is known for using.
Oh, no.
I'm going to pick Cresselia.
Oh! Taking Cresselia off the board. You know what? I didn't even think about Cresselia. That's still here in round 3. That's great. Cool. Tho, now I hope you win. Hope you kick everyone's ass now, all right?
Thank you.
So with Tho picking Cresselia, that means Toshi is up next. He'll be joining the chat momentarily.
Right.
Yeah.
And
before Toshi grabs his spot, I'm looking at Bastardon still on the board for pick. I'm looking at Ferrothorn still available. I'm looking at Vigoroth, Wishcash, Haunter, Stunfisk, all these Pokemon that are still like very meta and still have a lot of place on this board here and have not been taken just yet.
You know
I
what?
think Toshi's going to need to pick up some bulk here between Swampert and Shiftry.
Miss me, guys?
Oh, what's
Of
up?
course.
Toshi has entered. So Toshi, let the suspense end right now. Round 3. What's Toshi picking? What are the Toshi strats?
Shadow Hypno.
Shadow Hypno.
Perfect.
You know what? That is a little spicy, Toshi. Thank you for adding a little bit of energy in our day.
Anytime,
Maybe pick
man,
something good next round, though. Okay.
All right. Good. I don't know. I'll try. We'll see
I
how it
hear
works out.
Weedle is insane.
No, man. It's Caterpie. It's Caterpie.
OG.
That's the meta.
I got you.
That's the meta. Yeah. All right.
All right. So wait, what did Toshi just pick? I fucked that one
Shadow
up.
Hypno.
Yep. So with Toshi
It's getting
picking
up there in a
Shadow
second.
Hypno, that means Milkman is next, and I have no idea what Milkman's picking. He should be joining the chat momentarily, but I can't. I have no idea. I don't even have a guess.
I think
Gonna need something for electric coverage.
Yeah, I'm about to say like Mudboy or maybe like Ferrothorn would as a electric or rock coverage. You're chilling.
All right. And Milkman, I believe he's just entered the chat. Surprise us, man. Give us the milk.
Yeah, this is an interesting one, but I don't want too many things that are weak to fire or fighting. So, honestly, I'm still on the fence about this. Do I even want this Pokemon? I don't know.
I think you want the Pokemon.
I want the Pokemon. I do want the Pokemon.
Take your time, yo. You got 30 seconds. Plenty of time.
You think so?
You can run around the block in 30 seconds.
I'd love to add a phone a friend option with this, where the players can ask the casters like, "Hey, what do you think?" Because I don't know, but Matt, you've seen Matt and I have both seen our fair share of drafts, whether it's very well known drafts or it's it's privately hosted PvP servers drafts where we see a lot of draft action. You know, it's fun to watch.
True. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, I'm really gonna build up the suspense for this one.
Dun,
All right.
dun,
Pick something a little. We'll do with Wishcash.
Okay.
Cash.
It's right in. Perfect.
Very respectable.
All right. So with Milkman picking up Wishcash in round 3, we're gonna bounce back to Caleb any minute here when he joins the chat. But yeah, this is the point in time where it becomes kind of like we start getting the good picks that I like. Cause I'm not gonna lie, these First, what, 20 picks?
Yeah. I'm going to pick Shadow Champ.
Shadow
Champ. Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's spicy. Why do you think you said I'm not? That's amazing, Caleb. Great pick. I want to see that in action.
For sure.
But all right, so with Caleb picking up Shadow Machamp, that means House Stark is up next. He'll be joining the chat momentarily. And he's good. Who are we kidding? Stark's going to pick something safe. Stark's gonna pick something as meta as possible.
Could go Toxie, something still solid. So, I mean, Altaria Meganium Core already chilling. Already a pretty good duo that you're not really worried about too much as you're in an opposition there.
Ice types mostly.
Yeah, ice type. So we could see maybe might be Vigoroth, maybe some sort of fight or some sort of fire. I think most fighters are still on the board.
Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry.
All right, and Stark has arrived. So, excite us with this pick, Stark. What is it? What's it gonna be?
I have some options here, but I think, yeah.
What are you thinking? You want to tell us?
I'm still kind of deciding. Just give me a second.
You got time. You got time. We can vamp. We can Kaiser's pretty face. Matt, I'm liking the glasses. Makes your face look beautiful, you know. Guys, how you liking my beard? Quarantine, like I haven't shaved in like 6 months. It's nice.
Nice.
Not as good as Speedy's as possible, of course, but you know.
Oh, you can't. No one can beat Speedy's beard.
No one beats Speedy's beard.
All right, I think I'm going with Toxicroak.
Yeah, respectable.
So House Stark is picking Toxicroak. Wow, very shocking here. But you leave Speedy in a very good position for his next 2 picks, and he'll be joining the chat in a minute, any minute now. But what do you think is
Right.
going to happen here? What do you think the last pick for the round 3 is going to be?
My guess is Venusaur. He needs something to protect against Charm.
I think he needs something to protect against either Charm or Flying. So I think Bastardon actually be one of the better picks for Speedy. Still,
Oh yeah, that'd be excellent too.
Bastard would be great.
I'm still holding out hope. I follow him on Twitter. You know, that Shadow Fortress kind of thing going on.
Oh.
I feel like that could throw some spice. That's Charm won't do shit. So
But do we take it now or do we take it later?
I don't know. I just want to see you with Shadow Fortress, Speedy. But I'm glad you showed up. What are
Yes,
you thinking?
sir.
What's gonna be the last pick of round 3?
Guys, I got to lock in an anti-flyer here. We're looking really sparse. Melmetal being taken, Registeel, G-Stun, Lapras. A lot of my favorites. I'm going to have to go with Bastion.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that was coming. All right, but also, Speedy, you're not done. You get one more right after. You have any ideas? What are you thinking?
I do. Guys, I'm thinking I need an anti-grass and anti-fighter. I'm going to go with Noct.
Oh, it's just...
So Speedy's picking Bastodon and Noctowl. That is... Whoa.
This is a pretty good line of 4 he's got so far.
So
Interesting to see what he
major
grabs
bulk here.
after this.
We'll be seeing how Stark enter the chat soon to pick his 4th round pick.
Right.
But that was Noctowl and Bastodon together. How did that happen?
Picking up around end of the round 3 and 4. Yeah, I'm surprised at those two. Noctowl, a little bit more reasonable around this area. Still not as good as some of the other flyers out there. But Bastodon lasting so late is definitely a shocker.
I will say, I remember when the first time I ever did a draft, like it was slim pickings. Like it was like when we got to round 6, like it became you're picking a little bit more spice. I think the meta has just opened up so much lately that there is a very mass majority of things you can pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think how Stark entered the chat.
Yeah, he's here.
What do we got, Stark?
I got a fun pick here.
All right, I like fun.
I'm going with Empoleon.
I love it.
Hey, yeah.
Yep.
We should do the
Stark,
thing here.
Stark's
the first one.
All right. So
number 395.
Thank you. All right, let's get that. All right, and with Stark picking Empoleon, that means Caleb Peng is up next. But we definitely need Caleb Peng to wait 1 minute before he joins this chat so we can handle this draft board thing. But yeah.
Right.
Let me find that image. I need Empoleon's number.
395.
395.
So far, Matt, what are you surprised by so far? I'm still shocked that Vigoroth is still off the board. Haunter, regular Stunfisk, some of the three Pokemon that I see as kind of core breakers, and GBL and Open Great League in general, still available for these players in round 4.
Right, no Obama Snow either yet.
Yeah.
I think in these next couple of rounds, we're going to start seeing some maybe safer switches being taken off the board. Some of the teams right now have pretty hard matchups.
Right, and some pretty almost not necessarily rock paper scissors, but some pretty easy to pinpoint and almost a little bit difficult leads to call with such a wide variety of positive and negative matchups, and not a lot of variables there. And so Drifloon with the Hex buff he's recently got is much more common in Great League and much more relevant in open tournaments. I think Drifloon, I'm still surprised he's not grabbed by now. But nothing really surprising yet out of these picks. Nothing super off meta except there's Empoleon by House Stark in round 4. Other than that,
that's a great one.
Yeah, even Shadow Machamp, I see plenty of videos on Twitter, on YouTube, with Shadow Machamp rocking out and taking out two to three Mons in a team. And it's definitely Spice Master Caleb Peng. I love that he's repping it.
Right. I mean, it's got 2 more arms than most Pokemon, so it can dish out a lot of damage by itself.
And
there
Kaiser,
you go.
if you refresh, I believe we're pretty good. And Caleb Peng can enter the chat whenever he's ready to give us his pick.
I think he's here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. I'm going to pick Drift.
Drifloon. Ah, there we go. I love to see it.
So Caleb Peng is picking Drifloon. That is spicy, but not really.
Right.
Not at all. And Milkman will be next, so when he enters the chat, we'll get his 4th round pick.
Still waiting for my my draft board to load up here, big man. All right, there we go.
Nice. We got a crack production going on over here, boys.
Yeah, really nice.
How you doing?
Oh, we got Milkman. All right. What are we going? Take your time. We're waiting for our.
I mean, did you save it, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, Milkman, how you feeling so far with what you got? You kind of bummed that you don't have Munchlax and Meta Champion.
I think, yeah. There's other fighting options. There's other licking options for me.
Right, and I think if you take Mardo's Licky Licky, I think he's gonna have some choice words for you. But
no, I think there's. I think I need to start looking at team balance overall rather than sniping people's picks.
Right.
So, and there is one pick I feel like kind of covers a good amount here. So it's not typical for me to use. So I don't see it being, but I feel like I need to pick it now or it'll get picked up later. So that pick will be Venusaur.
Hell yeah!
Around in round 4. Well, that's spicy milk. Not really spicy, but that's the fact that you got that in the late game is kind of like interesting.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's a pretty good pick. But yeah, it covers other grass types and it covers fighting.
All right,
Milky.
And Arrow, you need to refresh. Kaiser, you need to refresh the draft board once again so Dripplum stays on the board.
Lit.
Just make sure that Venusaur and Dripplum are there, and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
And then after Milkman, we are waiting on Toshi to enter the chat, and he will make his 4th round pick.
Yo.
Toshi, my boy.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
Toshi. What are we gonna do here?
We are gonna go with Scrafty, my dude.
Ooh. Definitely solid pick. Definitely seeing the fighters get grabbed. I'm surprised you didn't grab Vigoroth, big man.
Me too. I just honestly I could go double fighter until the next round, but I think Scrafty just covers my holes a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid, man. Good shit.
I want to keep people on their toes too. You know, too much Vigoroth for me, so I'm gonna go Scrafty and then surprise everybody.
You know what, Toshi? I asked you to pick a good one. I think you did. I think you made me happy.
There you go, buddy. I love making you happy.
All right. I approve. All right, so with Toshi picking Scrafty, that gives Tho on the clock. He'll be joining the chat any second to pick his next mon. But what do you think he's going to get? I think Tho wanted Scrafty.
Yeah, Scrafty definitely puts... Scrafty's pretty good against his Reggie and his Cresselia, even though... it's weird. It's definitely... Those had a pretty interesting core right here. Doesn't necessarily have any amazing matchups against the other lines that I'm seeing, but maybe he knows a little bit more than I do. I think Tho just joined. Tho, buddy, what are you thinking? What are you picking?
Pelipper.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Now we get into some spice.
That is nice.
Yep. Pelipper is not spicy.
You're right. I misspoke.
Pelipper is OP.
It's meta. Yeah, it's meta. OP. Hell yeah.
So with Tho picking Pelipper, that means Arrow is up next. And I think Arrow was really, really hoping on trying to get Pelipper. So when he joins the chat in a minute.
Oh, he's gonna be fuming.
Yeah.
I think Arrow's gotta grab something that counters fighters a little bit more. Maybe like a Charmer or a Flyer, maybe Lugia or Wigglytuff or something like that.
Alright. And I think Arrow just entered the chat. Arrow, what are you thinking? 4th round. Stunfisk, Tropius, Munchlax. What's left?
Alolan Raichu.
Alolan Raichu.
Hell yeah.
Okay, alright. Interesting. Very interesting. So with Arrow picking Alolan Raichu, that leaves Mardo up next for last pick in round 4, first pick in round 5. And this is where this is my favorite part of the draft. This is where you pick these random ass names. Alolan Raichu, Pelipper, Scrafty. I mean, all good mons.
All good mons, yeah.
But nothing like, You like that? You like that? Ah!
Yeah. All right, Mardo, I think you're here, buddy. What are you thinking for this pick?
So I need a grass type for sure.
Right.
But I don't have Venusaur anymore. So I guess I'm going to pick Ivysaur.
Hey, Nightwing.
Got
Number
you.
2 in the Pokedex.
Got you.
Mardo, you can think about your pick. You have a little bit of time to think about your pick here because you have to upload this one now. So we're finished with round 4 here. Again, Vigoroth, Ferrothorn still open. Lantern, Haunter, Obama Snow. These bigger names in like GBL and Open Great League that still have not been grabbed. You know, there's still solid Mons. I'm not really thinking who benefits the most. I think Arrow still needs a better answer for fighters. A Raichu is pretty good, and so is Tropius. Maybe he's solid. We'll see what Arrow picks after Mardo's next pick here. Nightwing, let me know when you upload the thingamajig.
We should be good to go for Ivysaur is up, so once you refresh, you should see it. And Mardo.
Beautiful.
So what are we looking at?
I mean, I think everyone knows what I'm going to pick now.
Oh,
so
okay.
Here comes the Licky God.
Licky.
The Licky.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah. Nice.
It was meant to be.
I like when people pick drafts and use the mons they're known for using. Like it's fun.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so with Mardo picking Licky in round 5 for the first pick, that leaves Arrow up next. And what do we think he's gonna pick? What's the coverage he needs?
I'm thinking definitely something better for ground types or something better for fighters. You know, Tropius, depending on what move he wants to run, can be a pretty good answer for some of the fighters out there. Same with Aichu with that resistance to counter. But maybe something to solidify those matchups a little bit more might be the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna surprise a few people here. It's still weak to counter, but we're gonna go ahead and go with coin flip because I have 2 bonds in my head.
That's always great. Just
Good
flip
sign.
a coin, leave it to luck. Arrow has the best luck ever. Vigoroth. Whoa.
Word, hell yeah.
Ooh.
Finally seeing this monster get picked up in late game of this draft in round 5. All right, big man.
All right.
You're all set.
Bye.
So with Arrow picking Vig, we have Tho coming back in for his 5th round pick. And I have no idea what he's going to pick. I'm looking at his team. I don't know. PB Poke, this is more up your alley. What's his coverage? What's he need?
I'm feeling like he could use a counter user.
Give Tho a counter user? Well, let's see. Kaiser, what do you think? What would make this team good? What do you think would make this team fun to use?
I don't know. I don't think he's necessarily weak to anything with this 4 he has right now. I think he's covered. He has everything pretty much covered. Maybe something to answer like another dark type. So maybe a fairy or a fighter might be solid.
Interesting. I think Tho just entered the chat. Tho, you there? All right, Tho.
I'm here. I'm
5th
here.
round. You only got 2 picks left. Each one of these counts.
I'm picking Swellows.
Swallows. Ooh, interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
Interesting. All right.
So with that Registeel, he's covered against fairies. However, the Swallows and Sableye picks definitely open him up a little bit more to charm. Maybe last pick we'll see maybe another Steel or maybe a Poison type to kind of stave off that fast move damage.
Right. Well, it's interesting. No one has a charm user yet, so maybe we'll see that picked up in the last round.
Right. So we have Toshi coming in next whenever he wants to jump in. I'm thinking maybe Tho, maybe grabbing a charm user just so no one else grabs it. Maybe, but he still has. There's still a good amount of people to pick up fairy type before it gets back to him in the final round here.
Interesting. All right, so we're waiting for Toshi to come in any moment now, and he can make his 5th round pick. But yeah,
and there he is.
And there
what
he
up, guys?
is.
All right, Nightwing. I have some real spice for you this time.
Oh, is it something with Fire Blast?
That's not good.
It's not, unfortunately, but it is spice, so it is fun.
All right. Hold on one second. Just want technical issues. Kaiser, we have Tho's pick or no?
Yeah, it's there. I'll click save again.
There we go. All right, Toshi,
No?
you're all good to go.
All right, my dude. I will be picking Granbull.
Whoa,
Oh,
Toshi,
thank
I
God.
like you a lot.
I'm so happy that's still on the board.
Oh, Toshi, that was awesome. That made me happy. I like Granbull.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
You know what? I approve of Toshi's team.
There you go. That's all I needed. I won already. To be
Nice.
honest.
So
There
with
you go.
Toshi picking in Granbull, the Charmer, Asian Milkman will be on deck, coming in chat momentarily now. And what do we think he's going to pick?
Well, it's I can't see necessarily a large glaring issue with his team. I think he's solid with the 4 he has. Maybe adding additional maybe some extra rock coverage, but I can't really see maybe some extra fire coverage as well. Other than that, I'm curious what he's thinking here.
Yeah, I think I can pull it off on, but I think there's. I like the idea Toshi's actually going, and I think I could put some more pressure on him and a couple other people. So, this pick, yeah, I'd never play this pick, but I feel like it'd be good. I just have a hunch.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and pick Wigglytuff.
Oh, all right. Another Charmer that kind of takes away from those coverages for his team there, but it definitely gives Milkman a little bit more fast move pressure than what he has so far.
Taking Wigglytuff though, that means Caleb Peng is on deck. He'll be joining the chat any minute now. But whoa, yo, 2 Charmers right away, back to back.
Charmers back to back, yeah.
You think Caleb Peng keeps the trend?
I doubt it.
I'll take a Shadow Victory Bell.
Hey, Nightwing.
Yep. All right, Caleb. Yo, thank you
Caleb.
for the spice. Thank
71.
you.
Number 71.
Oh, all right.
Man, Caleb, I don't think you're going to hear the end of it from Heather about possibly picking a grass hole team there. Bringing Shadow Victory Bell in. We'll see.
With Caleb picking Victory Bell, House Stark will be up next. But House Stark needs an extra second to pick because the draft board he was in charge of, and he's the one that has to set it up and everything like that. So we need Stark to chill for a second.
Right, of course.
Yeah. It's great. Honestly, I love when they pick things I don't have.
It's pretty great.
It's great. Boom. All right.
I don't mean to put you on this. Did you upload it to this thing?
Yep.
All right. I mean to put you on the spot here, but some of the people are asking, is TMing in between rounds allowed?
In between rounds, in between weeks. So there's technically 4 rounds, but in each round you play 4 or 5 people.
Okay.
So you have week 1, you play 4 people. Week 2 you play 5 people. Week 3 you play 5 people. So in your first week you can't change your TMs for that move, but you can change it at the end of week 1 into week 2. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Victory Bell has been added to the board.
Did you put it under Caleb's thing?
I hope so.
I hope so too. All right.
Yep. All right. And if everyone refreshes, we're good.
Hell yeah.
And with that, I think we are all ready for House Stark's crazy, spiciest 5th round pick.
But you put a lot of faith in House Stark to get these off.
House Stark just disappoints me all the time, man. Like, I want him to be amazing. I want him to give me something good. And he comes out there, what? Empoleon, Toxicroak, Meganium Altaria.
Empoleon is a little spicy.
I don't even think it's that spicy anymore. No Drill Peck.
Come
Everyone's running
on.
it. Have you played some GBL this week, bro? It's nuts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. But if I've done that, but
it's nuts. And I think
Empoleon's spicy enough. Alex, you're in the chat. I heard you join. What do you think of big man?
Oh man, I need a second. All
right. I'll keep you on Nightwing then. Empoleon's pretty spicy, dude. It's weak. It's weaker to the fighters, weaker to ground. Or mud boys, I should say. I think you'd be surprised at how less often it's used. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't agree with you at all. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You're so
Matt, you're PB Poke. Talk to us about Empoleon. This is a good pick. It's a bad pick. It's spicy.
It's a good pick.
Wonderful pick. Top tier.
Top
You
tier.
know, powerful waterfalls and hydro cannons. That drill pick coverage. It's probably among the safer picks on House Strike's team.
I mean, you
Not
know how
completely
Stark,
safe, but
super safe.
absolutely. Gotta stay safe and protected at all times. And Empoleon, steel typing, drill pick coverage. I'll make that happen.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Oh, big man. Okay, what do we hear? What do we got, brother?
I'm going with Alolan Muck.
Oh,
Stark.
Love to see it.
I like you a lot right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I am a big fan of Muck. Thank you for not letting me down. It's
Got
good for
you.
you to try
I got
something
your
new,
back.
you know?
So there's an even safer pick.
Alolan Muck. So it's Stark picking Alolan Muck. Oh, I messed that one up. Was
Wait,
Stark picking
there's something.
Alolan Muck?
Yep.
My bad. I got confused. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Speedy's up for the last pick of round 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Speedy gets to completely finish his team. He's got incredible bulk right now, just super chunky, and I think he takes maybe some kind of offensive Pokemon like Haunter.
Haunter, maybe Frostlass, maybe even Bronzong that have pretty good fast move damage that so far, yeah, like you said, he's got a lot of bulk. Maybe not necessarily something squishy, but definitely something that can produce a lot of damage.
Hey guys, I think my 5th round pick is going to be Beedrill.
Oh, all right. Fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, you need some anti-grass and anti-charm, and it also helps against fighters.
Right, of course.
Wow.
Do you need a minute for your last round?
Actually,
sixth round?
before he picks, I wouldn't mind if we all went over so far and talked about what do you think is
Yeah.
going to be picked, what's going to be the last pick for each mon. So we're going to give
down,
the players
bro.
a break for a second, and then, yeah, we'll just discuss. I'm very curious to hear Matt's opinion on the draft board. Let me put this on the screen with our beautiful, beautiful faces. Boom. All right, and yeah, Matt,
Right.
take it away for a second. Give us the analysis. Give us PV Poke in real life.
All right. So I think the first 3, even 4 rounds have been pretty safe. People taking best pick available, picking things that they're familiar with, and then 5th and 6th round. Well, 5th round, we haven't gotten to the 6th round yet, obviously. But I think we're seeing a run of counter picks, especially with the charm, and it'll be interesting to see how people round out their teams and try to counter each other. Because all the dark picks were extremely safe. Now we have 2 charm users on the board, and maybe we'll see 1 or 2 more of those picked.
Kaiser, who do you think has the best team so far?
Best team so far, man. I'm thinking Milkman's got a really solid, very well known. You know how to play those mons a lot, as well as just good bulk and good coverage. Speedy has, I think, one of the bulkiest teams out there with that Umbreon, Bastardon, and even Noctowl team is looking solid. So I'm thinking Speedy for bulk and Milkman for playability with his pick so far. Again, we're seeing mons like Stunfisk, Haunter, Obama, Lantern that are being left on the sideline. Ferrothorn still not picked yet. I don't think Ferrothorn's going to get picked. I think Ferrothorn's usability here is not that high.
Speedy has no grass.
Speedy does have no grass. Yeah, and so maybe
Tho or Speedy Tho or Speedy basically need the grass types. I mean,
well,
they need the
Speedy
grass
can get
type.
Pharaoh. Tho is grabbing Ludicolo, I think, in round 6. I'd be amazed if he doesn't.
Really? You think so? What if Toshi
Yeah,
grabbed
why
Ludicolo?
not?
What if Toshi snapped it up right in front of him? Right
I mean, I'd be pretty bummed. Mew, another mon that very versatile with its wide range of move sets, and still not grabbed. I'm just surprised that we're not seeing some of these well-known Pokemon, but that usually happens. Some Pokemon that are top meta gets kind of cast aside
Right.
I don't
With
know.
the free agency period, there's not as much of a pressure to pick the right Pokemon here. You have an opportunity to drop in and pick up new Pokemon, maybe to specifically counter a specific opponent.
I mean, with PV Poke bringing that up right now, I guess that's as good as time as any to talk about. So yes, there will be a free agency period in between the rounds. So each week, a player will be allowed to drop one Mon from their team and pick it up from any Mon that wasn't picked up in the draft. It will be first come, first serve through a submission process. But yes, they can drop a Mon at the end of next week and pick it up for weeks 2 and 3. So they potentially have another 2 picks they can to edit their team a little bit to make it well-rounded or fit their current needs. So there definitely is a free agency period for this, and I will definitely talk more about that on next Sunday's stream when it starts. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Matt, so Matt and Kaiser, here's a question.
Sure.
What do you think is one Mon that will be picked no matter what? There are 6 picks left. What is the one Mon that is not leaving unpicked today?
Ferrothorn.
Ferrothorn and Mew?
I think Matt said ooh.
Yeah, I just said ooh. Yeah. That's an interesting question.
I see Mime Jr. in the chat.
Mime Jr.
That's spice. That's spice.
Yeah. Yeah, I say Ferrothorn. I could very much understand. I'm amazed. But Stunfisk has not been taken off either. So maybe Ferrothorn, Stunfisk, Haunter, Obama, and Lantern are all under the 3 options. There's a lot of stuff that's it's
there's a lot. There's a
lot. I think Ferrothorn definitely gets grabbed in this last round, though. I'd be very surprised if not.
Mew, even Mew. What was it? Think of Milkman and Arrow. There, yeah. I know. I thought he said it, and then when I thought he said it, that's what I've been thinking about. I think Mew gets taken. My vote is Mew.
Matt, we got to hear it, brother.
I'm gonna say. I'll say Ludicolo.
Oh, okay.
The safe pick. Right. The safe pick. All right.
The safe pick.
I mean, no, you. I mean, if you don't think Phil's picking Ludicolo, come on. Why are we here?
Right.
We should just pack it up and go home.
Right. We honestly.
So you guys ready to get the last round started?
Speedy, I am so excited to hear this last round pick. We got to hear it.
I've been waiting my entire life for this.
Oh, wow.
Agreed.
All right, so I think we just alerted Speedy that he can join the chat to make his final pick any minute now.
In this chat still.
He is not in this chat, and now there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Go,
all right, so Speedy, make some waves. The last pick of the last round, or first pick of the last round.
All right, so I was in the chat with all the other competitors, and I heard this Pokemon thrown around a couple of times, so I'm probably going to make a couple of these guys kind of mad. I need a flexible pick here, something that can burn shields and also have a variable moveset. I'm going to lock in Mew as my...
Oh, I win.
Yeah.
I win.
You win?
I win.
Well,
I win.
No, hang a minute.
On
a minute here.
All right.
We still have a few more picks to go.
All right. So Speedy, thank you for making me win. I voted right. All right.
That works. That works.
Speedy picking Mew, that means House Stark is left for his final pick, and he should be arriving in the chat any minute now. But Mew, now the movesets. It's Russian roulette of hell.
I think, I think maybe he goes wild. He sticks with Wild Charge, but having only Bastiodon as his necessary anti-flyer, I think having a little bit more versatility with a flyer killer. Maybe, I think Grass Knot Wild Charge is a solid moveset for that Mew right there.
All right.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Kaiser, you got... Oh, you did? Okay, cool. All right, and House Stark has just entered the chat. Stark, last pick. Come on. You love drafts. Make it happen right now.
You guys love drafts. That's true.
Stark is muted. So when he
Great.
realizes he's talking to himself...
Nice.
Fantastic. I can definitely do an Alex impression if you want.
I'm sorry. I
think we need the Alex impression now.
Yeah. Go for it.
But I wasn't gonna. No. But I was gonna give him.
Oh no, go for it. Go for it.
No, go for it. Let's hear it.
No, then you get the pick though. Whatever I say.
No, but go for it. It's all good.
You don't. I'm expensive, buddy. All right, relax.
Do
I
you
don't
want
give it out
this?
for free.
Wow. Twitch chat, who wants to hear Nightwing's House Dark impression? We need the people on our side to get this out in the public.
Twitch plays ADL.
All right, Stark, talk to us. You thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm still thinking, but I have some ideas.
What are the? No one can steal anything you do. So give us the ideas. What's going through the mind?
That's not necessarily true.
Oh man.
I mean, he picks his mind.
I'm looking at Obama, so.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at Jirachi.
Yeah. Well, I'd prefer you pick Obama, but yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to like try to. Oh man.
Have you been listening to me at all? Talk about what's not picked or no?
No, I have not.
Ferrothorn, Haunter, Lantern, and Stunfisk are all still on the table.
I was looking at Lantern as well, but then I lose to Whiscash too hard. So
yeah,
I'm thinking
we're only going to worry about one of those though.
Oh man, really got me thinking now.
Yeah, it's a big choice here.
Like, I love Ferrothorn. Like I would just lose to like counter.
Yeah, you would. Definitely would, yeah.
Oh man. I don't know what to pick. This is rough. Also looking at Victini.
Ooh, Victini pretty hype. No, still, even with it being having that good moveset, still not a lot of play with them. We haven't seen a lot of people use them. But we're given ample time to this world-known, world-class battler here, so we can totally
appreciate it. But I'm just taking too long to decide. That's the.
No, you're good.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yep.
That's your friend too. That's wild.
Stark, 30 seconds on the clock.
All right.
Stark, Twitch chat is demanding Gallade or Victini.
You really like Gallade.
I don't. I fucking hate
Gallade.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
I think I'm going Gallade.
Okay. All right.
I got it. You refresh. I got it.
Oh, you did it already?
I added things.
Okay, great.
Thank you guys for like giving me the time.
Yep. Favoritism. But I killed the chat there. Oh, and I think he left too, so we couldn't even hear it. It's honestly great. And with Stark's pick that took forever, we have Caleb Peng, and I believe he's already here, ready to go to pull this trigger. Caleb, sixth pick.
I'll pick Fortress.
Fortress. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Shadow or regular?
Regular.
Fortress. Thank you, Caleb.
Well, thank you.
I'm saying ooh after every pick, but that is an ooh.
That
pick.
is a spicy pick. So after Caleb, Milkman is up. He'll be joining the chat any second now. And Fortress, what the hell?
It's happening. It's getting there eventually. That favoritism joke might have been the funniest thing you've ever said in your entire life, by the way.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh, it was good. All right. Milky Boy up next. Oh man, I don't see any necessarily large holes in his team besides maybe an electric, but he's fine with Venusaur and Wishcash. So I don't know, maybe something solid. Adding Ferrothorn on your team kind of opens you up a little more. Really opens up to fire.
He's gonna make his team work one way or another. I think he could use a safe switch of some kind.
Right. Maybe something something bulky, maybe Lantern, maybe definitely not Ferrothorn, but maybe I think Lantern would go really well. But I think he's here. Milkman.
Is entered
what's
the
up,
chat.
guys?
Milkman.
What do you
got last pick. What's going
You got
on?
a big brain on you, buddy. What are you thinking?
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys are really hyping up the fire, but if you look, there's one fire type in the entire draft.
All right. Now, when you get paired against Mardo, just sell that.
All right. Well, hold on. What do I got against Martel? I got Wishcast. That's pretty good.
Pretty good,
honestly, Dugong's still fine against AWAC. Wigglytuff, honestly, is still fine against AWAC.
Right. All right. So you've already clearly thought this through.
But you're right. I do feel like AWAC is something I'm thinking about, and I'm also looking at Tho's team and how I'd play against that. And there's one. What's that?
No, if I can give you some help from the chat, they are trying to get you to pick Miltank, and I'm behind that 100%.
I mean, that would just be like a disrespect pick. Like, I don't even need 6 picks to beat everybody else, and I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, all right.
I feel inclined to inform you that Mantine is still an option.
All right, so
your history with Mantine, I feel like.
I love Mantine. Now,
Right.
the problem is I'm also looking at Speedy's team, and I need a little bit more against the Bastiodon in particular. So a fighter does lend itself more naturally. Now, the problem is I need more psychic coverage, which I have none of.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of fighting type, dark type, psychic coverage is there? And I think the pick that I'm going to go with is Obstagoon.
Obstagoon, that's what we love to see, especially because we have that ready.
Yeah, yo, I'm so happy. But yo, that's spicy as hell. Yo, round 6 is the best. Round 6 is the best.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, but Milkman, thank you so much. Last pick, Obstagoon. I think you have a spicy team right there, man. I like it. All right, so
Trash
Milkman
cans are coming out in the last
picking
round.
Obstagoon. That means Toshi is up with his last pick of the draft. Wonder what he's gonna pick here.
You know, even with Hypno and Granbull, I still having Shiftry and Scrafty, the double weak, they're both weak to counter users. I don't know. I think he's got enough coverage against fighters, but I still think that it could definitely like a well placed Vigoroth or a well placed Obstagoon could really do some damage against this team.
Yeah, I can. Jirachi maybe makes sense. Maybe not from a Obstagoon counter perspective, but
Let's look at the draft board, big. Boom. And I don't think Toshi got the subtle hint. So, with Milkman making his pick, that means Toshi is up next for the second time. Hop in the chat anytime soon. Hey, Toshi.
Hey, Toshi. Hey. How you doing?
Bueller.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Nice.
What's up,
where's
my
the
dudes?
Venomoth pick, dude? Come on.
Venomoth is not happening today, guys. I'm sorry.
Bummer.
I know. Actually, could I pick Venomoth?
You could. We don't want you to.
I mean, obviously I could. I'm just trying to think of what should I like.
Oh
that's
no.
the question.
No, you should not.
I'm trying to decide. You know, does it beat Umbreon? It probably didn't beat Umbreon, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
Like runs, Bug Bite Silverwind or Bug Bite.
You run Infestation, dude.
Yeah.
Infestation.
Whatever.
Poison Fang and Psychic. What if I ran that? How'd that go?
Station Poison Fang Psychic.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could do it.
I think you lose to Umbreon still with that moveset.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost for sure.
Chat wants you to pick Shuckle.
Oh, I'm not picking Shuckle.
You should pick
But now you got
Shuckle.
I had my pick all ready to go, and now you got me on this off thing. You know?
Are you following along with what has not been picked yet?
Not really. Why?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Let him think. We don't give the hints. No, we're not gonna tell him what to pick.
Well, no,
I
don't
already
give me
told
hints.
fucking Milkman and Del Stark what's up for grabs.
That
still.
is really true. That is really true.
All
All
right.
right.
I mean, I'm pretty confident on my pick already, but just like give me the rundown.
All right, Ferrothorn, Unova Stunfisk, Obama Snow, Haunter, Lantern have not been picked and are still some of the top-rated mons that are.
Those are all very good mons. My problem was these jerks let me pick an entire team that's weak to both Charm and Counter. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah.
But no one told me, and so I just like these a bunch of jerks over here, not even telling me. But I need to fill both those holes, and so I feel like I got a good option here.
I'm thinking. Okay.
What?
Well, what do you think?
No,
Let's
no,
build
no,
up
no,
to
no,
it. What do you
no,
think?
no. This isn't phone a friend. What's the mon, Toshi? What's the mon? 30
I was
seconds
just
left
trying
on
to
the
build
clock.
suspense,
Oh, we're not
dude.
building suspense.
All right, I'm going Bronzong.
Bronzong. All
Ooh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, that does that. Wow.
Beat down Bell.
I was thinking you'd grab a poison user out of anything.
They're all gone. I was gonna pick Beedrill and then Speedy picked it, and the other one is
Golbat,
Skuntank, but that
Skuntank,
Skuntank doesn't even get
Drapion.
charm users.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good point.
No, at least not really.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So
right.
yeah.
All right, Toshi.
Bronzong.
Beat
Thank
down
you.
Bell it is. All right. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
And with Toshi's pick, that means Tho is coming up next. So as soon as he enters this chat, we can hear his spicy European pick.
I think Tho's got to pick something with Registeel. You have such a good counter for fairy types. However, grabbing Zweilous and Sableye that just get eaten alive by Charm, I'm thinking you got to grab maybe some sort of Steel or Poison typing, subtyping to kind of keep yourself a little safer.
If Tho doesn't pick Ludicolo, I don't know what the fuck life is.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
I don't.
I heard you join the chat. You got a lot of pressure on you right here.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not gonna be Ludicolo. I struggle with Charm. I struggle with fighting, just like Toshi. So when I heard Toshi say he needs something for Charm and fighting, I was on the edge of my seat. But luckily, he didn't pick my pick.
Okay.
And my pick is Charizard.
Ooh.
Nice. Hell yeah, we love to see that.
All right. So that team, that's well rounded. All right.
Well rounded. Definitely has a little bit of a DD problem with Sableye has his hard check. But yeah, I like the team so far. I like the team as what it is right now.
And with Tho picking, wait.
Yep, Tho then Arrow.
Yeah. So after Tho, we have Arrow coming up next. So he'll be entering the chat to make his last pick. But yeah, Charizard, Bronzong, Obstagoon, Fortress, round 6 is spicy as hell.
Matt, what are you thinking? What does Arrow have to snag here to stay on top of the competition?
He's got 3 weeks to counter right now. I think we'll see, some kind of fighting counter.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm thinking Arrow plays Haunter pretty well. I'm thinking Haunter might be an option here.
Yeah, that's definitely an option for sure.
A Golbat, I really like playing Golbat in general, but I think if you grab Golbat running Double Flyer is not the best idea in a draft tournament. Man, Haunter would be really good. You kind of open yourself a little bit more up to ground types with the poison subtyping as well as electric typing and steel typing with Galarian Sunfisk. And you don't really have a great answer for that, other than maybe like a Razor Leaf Tropius. So Arrow's got some big choices here.
Certainly does, yeah.
I have paged Arrow and let him know, and he said, "I need a minute." So it's getting tough in the last couple picks.
I think no matter what he picks, he's either going to be weak to fighting or weak to ground. And again, Arrow can play around those weaknesses very well and very expertly. But I still think that those.
Hey, I'm here.
All right, Arrow.
All right.
Well, considering my original plan just got derailed by Tho, we're gonna go with the other flyer that resists charm and Golbat.
All right, solid. Good. I love that choice. I fucking love Golbat so much.
All right,
Arrow. Thank you. Yeah. So with Arrow picking Golbat, that leaves the last pick of the first ADL draft to Mardo. And he'll be joining the chat at any minute now. But what do we think he's going to pick? What do we think the last pick of this? What is the 64th Mon chose? Wait. Yeah. What is the 64th? No, that's not right. 6 times 8 is 48.
Yep.
Yeah. What is the 48th Mon chosen? Okay. In the
Nice.
draft. Yeah. Fuck math, bro. Why do you think I played Pokemon Go? All right.
Enjoyed high school, huh?
Yeah. What's gonna go? What do we think? What's Mardo picking?
I'm thinking Mardo could grab maybe
Ferrothorn's still not even here. Mardo's not picking Ferro though.
I don't think picking Ferrothorn, but making yourself, even though you have Zoomer on your team, which is pretty like one of the best one of the most well-rounded Pokemon out there. I still think grabbing Ferrothorn and opening yourself up to 3 Mons weak to fire types is just not the way to go. Even though I don't think there's any other fire types besides Charizard out there. So I think he's a little ground weak right now with Marowak and Melmetal, but still having Ivysaur and Azu to answer that ground type. I think he's gonna be slightly weak to either fighting, ground, or rock. No, not rock. Fighting ground is gonna be slightly weak to fighting a ground type, no matter what he picks.
All right, and I think Mardo entered the chat.
Yep.
So Mardo, take us home. You are the last pick. Make this something epic. Make this spicy. Make Matt. I want to see PB Poke jump out of his chair. All right.
I don't really like what I'm going to pick.
Uh-oh.
I think I have to do it.
You have
to.
I'm going to have to pick Shadow Gardevoir.
Shadow Gardevoir.
Yeah, you gotta do
I need
a thing.
Charmer.
I need a number. All right. So Shadow Gardevoir.
All right, bear with us, Twitch, while we.
1 second, because that was not a mon I had ready to go. Yay!
Or we didn't have Victory Bell or a Gardevoir ready to go because we had a little bit of faith. 282, Sean.
Thank you.
We had a little bit of faith in our content creators that they wouldn't pick Shadow Charm or Razor Leaf first. But with Gardevoir, I still think Mardo, Azumarill and Ivysaur are really good answers to ground. I don't really think he's that weak to ground typing. Fighting, even with subtyping with Ivysaur and Fairy subtyping with Azu. Oh, never mind, it's Gardevoir. No, you're totally good against fighting now. Holy shit, you're really good against fighting now. So I think ground is his main issue. Just lining it up properly with his correct counters is going to be his biggest hurdle. But Matt, buddy. What are you thinking? Who has the best?
Oh my gosh.
A lot of choices, a lot of good choices.
I think team is just like absolutely crazy in terms of bulk, and that Mew pick really just adds a wild card to his team that makes it really hard to work against. So I think Speedy drafted super, super well. Caleb's team is also very unique and also solid at the same time. There's lots of interesting strategy that can go on there.
Right. Honestly, if the guys are still in there, what do you think about letting each competitor come in and give us a quick run through of what they're thinking, what they thought, what their process was for picking their team?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
All right, I'm gonna hop in and grab Mardo then real quick.
All right, chat. What do you think? Who are you liking the team so far? Who do you think has the upper hand here? Got a favorite spice pick?
All right, no one heard anything. Great or good. Yeah, they're in bad, buddy. Apparently, that was what Nightwing's plan was already, so I didn't know.
Okay, great.
I think you muted on your Nightwing Discord.
I'm here.
Yeah. Mardo, buddy, a sick team you have. Melmetal, AWAC, and Azumarill, some of the top 3 just versatile Pokemon out there. The other 3 you have, also very good picks. Shadow Guard, Ivysaur, Licky alone. Spice your side a little bit more of your brand. We'd love to see that. We'd always love to see that. What was your thought process in the beginning of this draft? And tell us how it kind of changed with your picks as it went through.
So yeah, I guess the Yasuo is pretty straightforward. Like, it's, in my opinion, the best pick.
Yep.
So yeah, that's that. Then I didn't want to make my team really weak to counter, because then Licky would get cornered. So I tried to pick Marowak.
So you were thinking you were picking Licky from the very start.
all the time.
Oh, I love that. I love to hear that.
I always think of Licky Licky.
Beautiful. We're touched.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So because I picked Melmetal, I couldn't pick a Ferrothorn because it would be really weak to counter.
Right.
So I had to go with like a grass type that resists counter. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't like the what's it called? The Jump Bluff.
Okay.
Because I don't think it was like really useful against any team. So I just went for the Ivysaur. Then I was scared that they would take Licky Licky from me. So I just took it. and in the last pick, I was analyzing the teams, and there are lots of weaknesses to Charm. And I definitely needed a Charm user. It's like there was no way I could not pick a Charm user.
Right.
So yeah, that's the whole idea of the team.
All right, man. I think you drafted really well. I think you got lucky with the end there, with the Charm user being viable still. I don't think there's any other. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I wanted Venusaur and Wigglytuff, but Milkman just took both from me. So I had to pick like the worst versions.
Well, yeah. Gardevoir, yeah, okay, I can see why you think it's. I can.
Yeah, it depends on the matchups, but yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I think he got everything. I really like your team. I think it's pretty solid. I don't see any glaring weaknesses. You got 2 Mons weak to ground, but you have 2 really good answers to ground with Ivysaur and Azu. So I don't really see anyone's line that really hard counters you. I don't really see anything that you're really struggling with. And so I'm really excited to see your battles against the rest of the board.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for popping in.
All right. And I just dropped my phone.
Oh, nice.
Nice, right? All right, so I think we're going to hear from Tho next.
Oh, I thought Arroh? Oh, okay.
No, we're going to hit Tho next. So when Tho jumps in chat, we can talk to him all about all that stuff.
I like it.
And I believe he's here.
Oh, Tho. The man, the myth, the legend. Literally the legend.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Your first pick being one of the most notoriously strong Pokemon in Open Great League, Registeel, and then solidifying it with Sableye Crest in the first 3 rounds, and then grabbing some not necessarily more popular Pokemon. Pelipper, I agree, very OP, but still getting its place more in the meta. Swallows, Charizards, both good Pokemon. We really want to hear your thought process going into the draft, and kind of as the draft progressed, what your mentality was. Did it change? Were you feel pretty good? Let's hear it.
Well, my first pick was kind of obvious. Registeel was really strong. I was considering picking Dewgong for a second, but I think picking up a solid steel type is quite nice in the beginning, especially because I was kind of fearing a Bastiodon Shadow Razor Leaf Core, because I think in draft it's pretty powerful, and Registeel was one of the only core breakers to that. And then when Sableye didn't get picked round 2, I had to pick it. It's such a good pair with Registeel. And the same counts for Cresselia, and it's just such a good pick in draft, very bulky. So that was an obvious pick for round 3. And then I kind of had a line in mind. After I picked those 3, I kind of wanted to pick Scrafty and Venusaur. But those were picked like right before my nose. Like Toshi picked Scrafty like right before I could.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to make a quick decision there. And I needed something for fighting for sure. Fighting and Marowak.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of the steel types. And Pelipper kind of fills that role. And then Swellows is kind of for the grasses. Also Marowak, because I kind of want to support Registeel and Cresselia. And with the final pick I had in mind, which was either going to be a fighter or Charizard, I also needed more coverage for Marowak. And that's why I picked Charizard, because my team was turning out to be very weak to especially Obstagoon and Scrafty. And also Charm. So I needed a good answer to that.
Hell yeah. So I'm looking at your team, Matt. What do you get? You have any closing remarks for those team here?
I think I'm really excited to see what you're going to do with Pelipper.
Yeah, very
Me
good.
too. I love that thing.
Well, hey man, I think you drafted a good team. I think in my belief, I think you lack a safe swap with 2 of your mons being weak to fighting, 2 of your mons being weak to charm, 2 of your mons being weak to rock or electric. But I know that you are one of the best players in the world. I know you can play around any sort of disadvantage you have. I'm really looking forward to your fights later in this tournament.
I'll be all right, I think.
I think you will too. I think you're solid. All right, man.
Thanks
Awesome.
for having me.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it. All right. Honestly, it's so great to have all these expert battlers, these well-known champion battlers out here drafting among this widely competitive field. We happy to have Toshi in the voice chat now. Toshi, buddy,
what's up, guys?
Good to have you.
Thanks a lot, man.
We need to know your again, I asked the same question to Marto, though. What are you thinking when we start the draft as it progresses? Explain to us your picks a little bit. I like your team. Let's hear it.
All right, man. Well, I mean, obviously, I picked up a Pokemon that I'm pretty famous for. You know, I feel like being comfortable with your team is really important. So, you know, I play with Shiftry almost constantly. Same with Shadow Hypno. I use Shadow Hypno almost all the time. Swampert, super comfortable with it. So I just basically picked Pokemon that, you know, I'm used to playing and have good win times with. I picked Swampert mostly because I didn't expect very many Razor Leafers among this group. There was only one in Victory Bell. And I don't really expect to see that often anyway. So I thought Swampert was a little safer than it is in like general GBL. Shiftry, same. I'm super comfortable playing Shiftry. And then once I got to the end, after the first 4 picks, I just started like trying to fill holes. Like with Shiftry and Scrafty both being really weak to fighting, the entire team being kind of weak to Charm, I just kind of filled that in the at the back. I did say I heard Nightwing say that my Granbull was the second Charmer off the board. 99% chance I'm not running Charm on it.
Yeah, I know you like to run Snarl.
You disappoint me.
Yeah.
Disappoint me. I
Almost
don't like you no more.
100%
You're
chance
not
I'm not
my
running
friend
Charm
anymore. Done. We're over.
Obviously, you can change the moves between weeks, but like in a given week, unless I see like my team is facing like 3 people that have Charmers or something, which I don't think that exists, I'm gonna run Snarl most weeks. I'd say probably like 3 out of the 4 weeks I'm gonna run Snarl. So, and then
so looking at the teams right now, what quick heads up. What do you think? What team benefits most from Snarl? What team benefits most from Charm?
I'm really worried about Derek's team, Asian Milkman, just because he's got that Wigglytuff, which beats almost my whole team, and he has Obstagoon, which beats the one Pokemon that I have that covers
that beats
Charm.
Wigglytuff.
Yeah. So I'd imagine if looking at his team right now, I think Derek could run me over just running Wigglytuff.
Oh, well, he just joined the voice chat. So maybe.
I mean, Derek knows. I mean,
yeah,
Derek knows. Okay.
Yeah, he knows exactly what we're running into my team, so I'm not that worried about it. Well, I am worried about it. I'm just not that worried about you know. So I think against that team, I might end up running Charm like the week. I think I'm battling Derek in week 2, so maybe then. But beyond that, and I'm also worried obviously about Marto's team with the Gardevoir, and he has decent bronze line coverage as well. But yeah, I'm a little worried about Caleb's team. Obviously, Victory Bell. I probably can't even run Swampert against that team. But with double confusion though, I do cover Victory Bell pretty well.
I agree. Yeah.
And double confusion is pretty limiting. I like it, you know, but there are a lot of teams where you can't run confusion at all, and so then I'm down to 4 Pokemon. Once we dig into the free agency and all that stuff that's gonna be happening, I might try and mix it up and give myself some more flexibility. But looking at it, I feel like double confusion is okay against like about half the teams, and then the other half I'll try and have to be a little more flexible. But that's where the Snarl comes in, because I feel like Granbull can fill a lot of those holes as well. And Hypno having 25 different movesets, I'm gonna have to figure out what exactly I want, what kind of hole I want him to fill. I knew that I could, even though the movesets are locked every week, I knew that I could just pick him, knowing he could fill like 8 different holes, and then like in an hour or 2, when I look at my week 1 opponents, figure out what role I need him to play.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you put a lot of thought into your team here as the draft went on. Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Sounds sick, dude.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out and doing all this, and looking forward to battling.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being a part of it. Really appreciate it.
No problem. All right. See you guys.
Take care, man.
And I believe next up we have Milkman, and I think he already came into the chat already.
Milkman's already here to get a quick scoop on what Toshi wants to use against him, which is perfect timing. I saw Milkman join, like, hey, Toshi, whoa. Come on, you probably don't want to screw yourself over.
Nah.
Milkman, you solidified the Dugong. You got some very popular picks like Wishcash, Venusaur, and especially Skarmory. Again, I keep asking everyone. I'm going to ask you the same questions. What was your thought process going into the draft, and what was your thought process as the draft solidified, the meta solidified as rounds went on?
All right. Well, my thought process was Skarmory. I was thinking Skarmory first round just because it's a solid overall pick. It's it's part of the core meta for a reason, and just it has put so much pressure on everybody else who wants to pick up a grass type against me, or anything else that's weak to flying, like a fighter or anything like that. So I wanted Skarmory. Plus, it also is very good protection for Dugong, assuming that I could get Dugong in the second round, which I was luckily able to do. And because of that, like I wanted those two to be like kind of a core. Now, the only thing that could like break that cover a little bit are Registeel and Bastiodon, and Stunfisk kind of. But yeah, those two. So from then on, I wanted a basically a steel counter, a hard steel counter, and I came to Wishcash actually because Wishcash also provides solid options to like it's a very neutral Pokemon with only Grass to Fear, and if Dugong and Skarmory can kind of both cover that a little bit to some extent, then Wishcash can take care of the rest and take it home. So Wishcash can cover like things like Deoxys as well, and it puts a lot of pressure just with Blizzard against Altaria and other opposing grasses. So grasses still aren't entirely safe with Wishcash, and that's what I liked about choosing Wishcash over another ground mud boy option like the regular Stunfisk or Quagsire or Swampert or something like that. And then from then on, I was thinking, okay, so what are some other things that I could potentially look at? And so at that point, I was looking at Caleb Pang's team, and I was thinking, okay, so I want something that kind of covers somewhat Deoxys, Lapras, and Machamp. And so I was looking at Venusaur actually because it's got a lot like Lapras can beat Venusaur, but it's very close. And if you time the Vine Whips right, you'll actually be able to beat. You'll actually be able to beat Lapras to its second Sharp or whatever with your Friendship Plan or something like that. So Venusaur can still beat Lapras, and Venusaur can beat Machamp. Venusaur can beat Deoxys, assuming it's not you don't get hit with a Psycho Boost. But yeah, so and then Venusaur also has play against Azu and other fighters, of course, and so yeah, Venusaur just seemed like a very solid just pick overall. And then lastly, I just looked at Tho's team and Toshi's team in particular. Like, man, Wigglytuff would just destroy it, and so I just picked it. And yeah, and Wigglytuff still has a lot of play. Like it's very good against like 4 of Speedy's team too, because assuming Mew is running Shadow Claw, Wigglytuff is very comfortable against Mew. It can beat Noctowl in the even shield scenario, beats Umbreon, and beats Medi. And so I was thinking, man, all right, so Wigglytuff's very solid against Speedy. Wigglytuff's very solid against Toshi. It's very neutral against Caleb Pang, besides his last 2 picks. Let's see. It's very solid against Tho, especially his Sableye and Zweilous. There, it puts a lot of pressure on him to use other things besides a Sableye Zweilous combo.
Right.
And then, like, I really wanted to hammer don't use Sableye and Zweilous against me with the Obstagoon 2 against Tho. And so that's kind of like I wanted a fighter, but I didn't want one that was like so shield dependent. Which like I was debating between Obstagoon and something like Hitmontop, because Hitmontop at least has Stone Edge for things like Marowak and Flyers.
Right,
so,
it has an answer for its harder counters.
So I was very torn between those two. But at the end of the day, I wanted just a little bit more safety against something like Cresselia, and I didn't want to be so shield dependent against Drifloon either. Like I wanted to be a little bit more secure against Caleb Pang's team. Now, like Obstagoon, like it matches up well against Lapras and Drifloon, but it still struggles against Machamp, Deoxys, Victreebel, and it's iffy against Fortress too. So like Caleb Pang's team in particular is one that is definitely going to be very tough overall. And I think most people are saying his team is probably the one they're most scared of, just because. But So yeah, that's I think Venusaur is probably going to be my key, most valuable player there, and then landing Skarmory on his Venusaur counters, or essentially landing Skarmory on his Fortress, or landing Wigglytuff or Obstagoon against his, or Dugong against his Drifloon, and yeah, it really just going to come down if I can match up the right Pokemon against him. And outside of that, I feel like most of these Pokemon are Pokemon I'm pretty comfortable with overall. And I think a lot of people are going to be drawn into trying to deal with Dugong in their own way. Because I'm looking at Martel, I think he'll be my first opponent. Like Dugong looks pretty solid against him with only Melmetal to really fear. And so, yeah, I think he's going to be definitely trying his best to use Melmetal against me. And I'm going to have to basically just play around the Dugong matchup with everything else, and hopefully use that to set me up to be able to beat Marto. And let's see, after that, let's see, who else am I up against? Though Tactical, Speedy, and Caleb. Yeah, so those 4 I basically mainly been talking about.
Yeah. So it sounds like you got a really good plan for your first big opponents here, and then you obviously have you have a plan against everyone.
We
but
will.
You sound like you have.
My bad.
Yep.
We're gonna show the schedule after we're done talking to all the people, but so
Great.
we can let everyone see who's playing who for at least week 1.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. I have to know, which Pokemon in this draft are you most excited to gunk shot?
Let's see. Ooh, that's a tough one. All right, so I mean,
you pronounced Hyper Beam wrong, by the way.
Yeah, like yeah, you are assuming I run Gunk Shot, but maybe maybe I switch it up, because outside of Azu and Tropius, maybe Shiftry, maybe Meganium. There's a couple options there for me, for sure. Hell, Gramble could be fun too. Actually, yeah, if I could land a Gunk Shot in this Gramble, that'd be hype. I would be happy about that. But that's a week 2 opponent. I don't need to worry about that yet.
Right. All right, sir. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your mentality with us. We really, someone as good of a battler as you, as good of a well-trained and a well-disciplined mind. We love hearing your thought process of the draft and everything.
All right.
What do you mean? All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We're going to grab Caleb next. I think he just joined the voice chat.
Hey, how's it going?
Caleb, let's go, baby.
What's up?
All right, man. I keep telling everyone the same thing. I keep asking the same questions. We gotta know. Coming into the draft, what are you looking for? What are you looking to strategize? What are you looking to play? And as the draft gets picked, as the rounds go on, what is your thought process and how does it change as it goes?
Yeah, so for round 1, I pretty much just picked kind of like whatever on was still remaining. So I didn't expect Altaria and DD to be available. So once I just had to decide between those 2 pretty much. But I did want to run Shadow Machamp since pretty much the beginning. So I had to sneak that in at some point.
Right.
And then Drifblim, I honestly just didn't want to play against one myself. So I picked it up. But it does give me a flyer that I definitely need as well. And then Shadow Victory Bell, I'm sure is a little controversial. To be honest,
yeah, I wonder why.
I've never actually played one. I just made it actually, like just now. But I actually wanted Venusaur or Ivysaur instead, but both of them got snagged up right before, and I really needed Grass Poison. So might as well go with the heaviest, hardest hitting Razor Leafer when it comes to that. And then Fortress just gives me some additional anti-fairy counter, and also just is solid against a lot of the darks too that I'm a little bit weak to. So that's kind of my rationale there. So for most of my picks.
Man, if you had used the excuse that I just didn't want to play against one for Victory Bell, I'm sure the chat would have loved that a lot more than just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you make it work and you succeed with it, who cares what you use?
Yeah, for sure.
I think in the last 2 rounds, I think everyone was like, "Oh shit, fairy exists," and I think most of the anti-fairy or fairy picks were taken in rounds 5 and 6. But I love the DD pick in round 1. It's one of the best safe swaps in GBL. I think a lot of people lack that safe swap option in the draft lines here. And I think you've got some really good answers with Drifblim, Lapras, and DD.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was really nervous that Speedius was going to pick Fortress, but once he picked that Mew, I figured I was in the clear for that last pick.
Right. And your line versus anyone else's on the board here. Who are you most afraid of for battling?
Ooh, most afraid of. I would say probably Tho. He's got that save wise, so DD can't really be the best save swap at times, and
Right.
you know, and even against like some of the other stuff like Corsalia is not great too. And then he's got that Charizard too, so that Fortress always has to be a little careful, as well as the Victory Bell. And even the Machamp, you know, like it's gonna deal resisted counters anyway. So he's got an interesting line for sure. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I think he's probably the biggest one to watch out for me.
I think Matt can correct me, but I don't know if it's the Shadow version means anything or not. I think Machamp versus Charizard. I think Machamp takes it though. Those rock slides, the ability to one shot. Yeah, Matt.
Let me double check if it has to like cross chop or something. I think it may have to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure. Rock slide can definitely one shot with shields down. So
yeah, I think I heard it on someone's. It was the King, or it was maybe not a spoofer. They were talking. They talked about it, and I'm like, dude, what? Machamp beats Charizard? And I'm like, no way. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, Machamp could if you land a rock slide on Altaria, Machamp could almost one shot that too. You'll put it so low that you could just counter it down right after. So as long as you have a shield for the sky attack, you'll be good. So I play that matchup out a bit in GBL. So
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Shadow Machamp used in GBL. A lot of content creators are showcasing Shadow Machamp, and it's looking like a pretty relevant Pokemon with all the Galarian Stunfisk around.
Yeah, definitely. And just in the neutral matchup against so many things like Meganium and the Mud Boys too, it does really well too, as long as you have the shield.
Right. Matt, you got that? Matt, am I right? Am I wrong?
So it does have to bait cross chop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if it lands rock slide, it KOs Charizard almost 2 times over. So
perfect. All right, Caleb, one of the most prevalent content creators for creating commonly used GBL lines. Thank you so much for being a part of the draft. Thank you so much for coming on. We love hearing your thought process for all this. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, much appreciated. And sorry to everyone again for the Shadow Vic pick, but we'll see how that goes.
Chat love.
Right, have a good one.
You'll be forgiven, I think.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yep. No problem. Thank you.
All right, baby. We got House Stark 93, one of the Elite Four members, the most well-known player in Sylph itself. House Stark. Alex,
I don't know if that's true, but okay. Thank you.
No. Just take the compliment.
All right.
We got to know, when you came into the draft, when you started your day, you started the draft, and as the draft went on, your thought process. How did it change? What was it going into this? Give us a little bit of Elite Four notes.
First round, I was just kind of going like best Pokemon available. Then after that, it was just like kind of fill in the cracks. Altaria seemed like the best Pokemon at the time. Then Meganium just kind of covers all the tanks as well as all the water types like Azu and stuff. Then I realized like, oh, I need to counter like tanks again, and I needed a water type for like Skarmory. Or I needed a steel type for Skarmory, and I liked a water type, so Empoleon kind of fit that bill. Alolan Muck just seemed like the best Pokemon at the time. And then Gallade is a fun pick. More than anything, it like a lot of shield pressure, and it's just like more of a in-between kind of pick that can threaten a lot of stuff, like Metacham and Miscash and stuff like that. So,
Right, man. I think picking filling the cracks in after the Altaria, grabbing Meganium and Toxicroak to handle tanks and handle anything that could really ruin that Altaria's day. I think you did a really good job in rounds 2 and 3 of solidifying your Altaria matchup. I think I made a comment after you picked Meganium that Altaria Meganium core that's a really nice duo to have in Open Great League in general, and especially draft.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. So the teams that I'm worried about are obviously the Milkman team seems like very, very threatening towards my team. And other than that, I don't see a ton of like. So, but other than that, like I feel like my team matches up really well against a ton of different other teams, like Toshi's team. Speedy's team is pretty good. So technical, I feel okay because Alolan Muck covers a bunch of his picks. We'll see where it goes with that.
Oh yeah, and so I asked, I believe, Milkman or Caleb who his most feared opponent was for what the Lions picked so far, and you already told us the Milkman. Who do you feel safest against? Who do you feel most confident against with your line versus theirs?
Well, just looking at Toshi's team, I have Altaria, and it beats like most of his team, or at least like does really well against it. And then that's probably like the team I most look forward to facing. Other than that, I think I don't know. Definitely Milkman seems like the hardest to match up against. Like Skarmory and Whiscash just seem like a really solid core, and Dugong for like Altaria and stuff like that. So it's gonna be tough to play around that.
All right, good, really good insight from such a well-known battler. We've never had Twitch chat ask a competitor question, but Genius2110 asks if Stark will ever update his profile picture. How's Stark? Yes or no?
So this is just like a picture that has been circulating for years. If you look at my Twitter, I actually have a different picture. It's not like an actual picture of me, but it's like a watercolor painting. So, yeah, I can use that next time.
No, I mean, Genius110 apparently has an issue with it, but other than that, I think we're good. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for showing us how to draft properly. Really appreciate your insight.
I mean, I feel like my team had so much holes, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the battles go. I'm looking forward to you clashing with your fellow Elite Four members like Arroh and Toshi, and some of the other well-known players like Caleb and Speedius. We'll see how this goes.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, House Stark. So Kaiser, you made a comment about him teaching us how to draft. I'm pretty sure the next person we have, he definitely knows how to draft.
Speedy knows how to draft. You're damn right he does.
Yes.
And with Steve joining the voice chat, we have him in front of us. The North American Continental Champion of 2020. A well-known content creator, GBL extraordinaire, Speediest Chief. Drafted a monster of a line. Speedy, let's hear your thought process going into the start of the draft, getting invited to it. Obviously, don't have to hear about that. But as the draft goes on, tell us what you're thinking, big man.
Absolutely. Kaiser, thank you so much. Kakuna and Nightwing, thank you as well. Shout out to Valor Ash for the huge raid. We are at 414 people watching the stream right now. Guys, I got to tell you, this whole thing is going to be so hyped. This is like our Sunday football sports center. This is going to be awesome. You're going to be able to watch these battles. There's commentary. I keep seeing in the chat, everybody asking when the battles are going to happen. It's coming. The schedule is going to be released. This is going to be extremely hype, and you can cheer for your team behind each one of these. So, about the team here. So, Metacham, obviously the best counter user. It beats all the other fighters. It's really, really bulky as well. I like Umbreon because it does help me against ghost types, and it's a great generalist. Then you've got Bastiodon, the hardest wall to the flyers, but a role that a lot of people don't consider is that it also just kind of bludgeons down things over time. As long as you aren't lined up against a counter user or a mud boy, Bastiodon does have a fighting chance. Then you got Noctowl, another Pokemon that resists Ghost. It's a great flyer, great generalist. Beedrill was actually I was on the fence about Beedrill. I was looking at Fortress and a couple other Pokemon as well. But Beedrill just offers you insane coverage. It's got a nice flexible moveset. And then I was kind of short on grass coverage, water coverage, and fire coverage, so I picked the Swiss Army knife Mew.
All right, hell yeah. And I don't want to give your strategy away, but I got to ask, what the moveset from you, what are you leaning towards with it? I predicted Grass Knot Wild Charge to have a bit more of a answer against Mud Boys, as well as having a little more versatility against Flyers without relying solely on Bastiodon. But what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I definitely think I think Grass Knot is a nice play here. I'm trying to decide between I'm looking at Surf, Dragon Claw, and Side Shock. I do think the flying coverage is important, but I just don't like the debuff on Wild Charge. I might try to go a different direction. It does also have access to Ice Beam as well.
Right. Hell yeah, man. I think you thought this Mew move set through pretty well. Something like I think Matt made the comment. You have a lot of bulk on your team, and I think you're with the Mew with Shadow Claw and with counter Metacham, you kind of make up for the lack of aggressive fast moves with counter and Shadow Claw coming through. I think Beedrill was a really great pick. You only had one fairy answer, and having Umbreon and Metacham getting destroyed by Charmers as well as Noctowl losing against Wigglytuff in equal shield scenarios. I think Beedrill was a really good choice.
For sure. And this schedule is going to be just really crazy. We've got 3 out of the 4 Elite Four here. Caleb, Ping, Tho, and Marto. So every week is going to be a really serious fight. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah,
It's gonna
man.
be exciting to see your battles.
For sure, for sure.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, and Speedy, thank you. Thank you for so much for participating. Thank you for giving us the talk. Nice. Nice. I think one more
Awesome.
time. Nice.
Nice.
Also,
Very nice.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this question. Yeah, what do you do for your beard?
He's already gone.
Grow it. Oh, damn, bro.
Right.
I was trying
Oh,
to
we'll
learn.
never know.
Oh, he's back. Speedy. We have a very important question from Nightwing here.
Yo,
I think I heard it. It was a beard question.
Yes, it was definitely a beard question. Do you condition? Do you comb? What's going on?
Yeah, definitely. Wooden comb. There's some storytelling at night right before bed. Some lullabies involved there. Yeah, just beard shampoo and a little bit of oil, and that's what it does.
All right. Well, now I think that was all I need. I think I might go test it out tomorrow. You might see the Nightwing Speedy's beard.
All right, Speedy. Thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate the championship battler, the champion tier battler you bring to the table here. Thank you again for being part of us. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And I think last but not least, we have the man himself.
We have the man that made it happen. Arroh, aka the Wonder Kid, aka one of the Elite Four members, aka one of the most loved and well-known battlers among Sylph, among GBL, amongst the battler community. Arroh, I gotta ask, when you started the draft and as it went through, what did you love? What did you hate to see gone? What did you love to see still available? Tell us your thought process through it all.
You know, that whole second round, I was just like, if they let Tropius fall to me, that is the most busted core in GBL right now. Tropius G-Fist. The only thing that breaks it is Snowbama, but
no one picked Snowbama.
Snowbama wasn't even picked.
But yeah, I was pretty happy with getting Tropius in the second round. G-Fisk is a no-brainer. It's just so good. So good. And what I felt like after those 2 picks is I actually needed more Azu coverage because I don't know if I plan on running Razor Leaf or Air Slash. So I knew I trust Munchlax as an Azu counter. I felt pretty comfortable with H.U. as an Azu counter there. Vigoroth, I was covering Munchlax's safe swap ability on most teams. And Golbat, I was gonna pick up Charizard, but you see what happened there.
You see what happened.
Whoops.
So I think that was a blessing in disguise that he picks Charizard because I actually pick up a little bit better Azu coverage there. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, your team. I know you don't really need my opinion. I think you're a little weak to fighters. I know you can handle that pretty well with HU and the 2 flyers you have. But I think a lot of people on this draft board have a little bit of rock paper scissors matchups against a lot of the other teams. I think if anyone can play around a weakness like that, it's you. And so I'm really excited to see how you pair against other teams. Out of your competitors, your peers here. Who are you most scared to fight, and who are you most confident against with their lines they have chosen?
I don't want to fight Caleb.
No one does. We all have to one day though.
I looked at.
Not yet.
I don't.
Do you want to transition into it? You want to show the schedule?
Let's go ahead. Show.
All right.
All right.
Well, that did not work.
ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you. We have the Week 1 schedule lined up for your viewer entertainment. Yep. Arrow, go ahead. Britt, take it away.
All right, so it looks like my Week 1 schedule is Caleb.
Yep.
The first one. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, man.
With me getting Marto, I think I got an easy matchup in Toshi. I'm not gonna lie.
Get fucking wrecked.
Fighting words.
House Stark, that Altaria is gonna be a little bit of an issue against the majority of my team, but I can play around that. Marto is gonna be a fun matchup, just overall. But this will be fun.
Yeah,
I'm just glad I avoided Milkman for Week 1.
Mm-hmm. I think you got a very interesting lineup. Everyone has a great lineup. I think Caleb was most worried about playing Milkman, and unfortunately, he does have him in Week 1. But at the very end, at the end of his battles, I think it's very ironic that you have to fight your teammates, both of your teammates that are in the draft this tournament. I think I love that you have to fight him in Week 1.
Yeah, we're teammates, but we are also very competitive.
Of course, as it happens. Yeah. Your Twitch chat keeps asking, when will the games be shown? When do we get into the real meat of this tournament? When do we see the fights? And to my knowledge, we review the battles every Sunday. Am I correct?
Yes.
We review the battles after they're played. We look at the best ones. We look at the highlighted ones. We look at them. We hype them up. We cast them. We see what players did wrong, what players did right, and we see amazing battles between these champion tier and these well-rounded players.
Yeah, you think about Sports Center, and this will be the Pogo version of Sports Center here next Sunday.
Hell yeah! So, Sunday night Pokemon battles. We love to see it.
Yeah, we love to see it.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Each week we'll have the PvP Poke play of the week. It'll be the PV Poke battle of the week. That'll be a lot of fun. Matt, I know you're looking forward to that.
Absolutely. There's going to be a ton of exciting games to go through, and I can't wait to see all the craziness that's going to play out here.
Yeah, and you'll have a little bit of time to go through them and actually take your time to pick out. So, because as each battle is done, we'll get them submitted to y'all. But yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
I'm looking forward to this.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you to Matt and Kaiser. Yo, Kaiser, where can the people follow you? Where can the people watch you? What's the next thing you're going to be on?
You can find some of the best Pokemon Go content on Twitch at twitch.tv/datboymuck. Streams pretty frequently. Yeah, great content creator. I do my best to produce the best that I can do with twitch.tv/datboymuck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt, please tell the people where they can follow you or support you or find you. What's the next thing you're going to be on next stream? Of course, Arrow stream Sunday, but yeah.
Of course, yeah. None other. I have a website, pvpoke.com, and you can also find me.
I
don't know. Also find me on Twitter at pvpoke. I'm around.
Nice. And yo, I'm Nightwing. Follow me at PGBL PvP. And yeah, twitch.pgbl PvP. And I think Arrow will be... Arrow, you still here?
I'm still here.
So
I think the plan for right now is Nightwing is going to end the stream here shortly. And we are going to be back live in a moment's notice with the Asian Milkman, and we're going to do our GBL.
Cool. So guys, stick around. Arrow's about to go do the GBL sets with Asian Milkman. Come back on Sunday, which we will tweet out the exact time and date. Or no, it's Sunday. We'll tweet out the exact time when that will go live for the ADL, the first broadcast of the matches. But yeah, I think we had a fun draft. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming along. Kaiser, Matt, Arrow, all the competitors, Smarto, Arrow, Tho, Toshi, Asian, Milkman, Caleb Peng, Stark, and Speediest Chief. Everyone did great, and this draft went by quick as hell too. So I think, thank you guys. Thanks for running a really good, it was a fun time. So stick around. Arrow will be right back, and everyone wave bye, I guess. Yeah.
Put up the Pokeball.
Wow, it's coming.
Put up
Be
the
good,
Pokeball.
people.